Whoa! Sab Shed! Sab's Shed.
Hello, Cthulhu lovers. Let's do the mech head rebuild. NCC 1701A. Right, first we need a drill. So let's find a drill. Hang on. One drill bit goes in there. A little 2mm drill bit. In it goes. Because remember, we've got to reposition this fella here. It was there. It needs to go like that. So what we're going to do is take this, make a little pilot hole, make little pilot holes so the screws don't rip the plywood too much. Right, so here we go. Jolly best of luck. So, right, let's see if we can put one on. I have just now let this be a lesson to you. I've just found out I've got to disassemble this bit so I can screw down into that bit. Oh, what a pain. Oh, right, I've got to take off. Oh dear, what a pain. I've got to take this whole assembly off. That whole thing has to go off. Okay. In which case, I'll take this. Here we go again. La la. Okay, now we put the now I've got to put the other thing back in again. Okay, I've just spotted I've got a split in the wood here, so I'm going to not put this on right now. I'm going to put a bit of glue in there and clamp it together overnight. Bodge, 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 bodge. Hello again. Well, I made another piece and look, it's snapping. See? So I made another piece and I'm having to use smaller screws, which is probably what I should have done in the first place. but nothing's quite right, nothing's quite the right thing, so I'm going to have to use a bit of hot glue as well. So prototyping ahoy. Alright, off we go again. That's not right. Ta-da! Okay, what a bodge and a half that was. I ended up using the longer screw originally here in the end, and this whole assembly here, this is what you get for bodging things, because sooner or later it catches up with you. So if you can, try and engineer something as precisely as you can, because if you try and cut corners it will hit you in the future and annoy you. Anyway, it is what it is. When we come to do the proper one, we'll do a much better job. I don't actually need this back piece now because I've changed it, but I have as you saw there, I have hot glued it onto the back here just in case I do need it. It's certainly not strong enough for any structural strength, but it might do to just utilize these two magnets at the back just for a short time. Anyway, we're all back to business there. It doesn't matter if we've got these things hanging over, apart from making sure you're not going to hurt yourself. Similarly with that, because it's all prototyping, of course I can cut those off at a later stage. Anyway, there we are. It's such a bit of a bodge, this one. What's the next job? The next job, ooh, hang on, let me just get this to center. I can do this in a minute, but I need to make sure that this is fairly well centered. I'll do that in a minute, lock it off, and then I'm going to start making the looking at where the servo, these two servo mounts go, and the possibility of making the little travel rails that I talked about last time. Right, I'll turn this off now, and can you see me? See if I can fix this dodgy situation. I don't know. Oh. Hello, Cthulhu lovers, and all lovers in between. Hello to you all. Right, it's on to making another thing. Look what I've done. Looking at now the servo mounting bits and pieces. What I've done is I've taken the little bits of wood here and I've araldited a bolt that I've cut the head off, drew a little hole, and I mean, I don't even see that the focusing seems to be so rubbish. Anyway, that's what I've done. I've stuck a bolt in this bit of wood, and then that can move up and down, hopefully on this rail thing that I'm going to make, and then there'll be a little nut on there to tighten it in place. I'm going to have a go. I was going to do it out of wood, but I've decided to have a go with this bit of aluminium right angled thingy that I found in my little box of wood and stuff over there. Just keep little scrap bits here and there where I find them. So I'm going to cut a bit off and see if I can work with this. Sorry you can't see it very well. Anyway, that's what we're going to do next. So, to the soaring vice. Come on. Hello, Cthulhu lovers, and all you lovers in between. Haha. I'm still waking up, you know, but never mind. It's one of those days where doesn't matter what hour it is, you can still taste the toothpaste. Oh dear. Anyway, onwards to the next thing. Here we are. We left it here. It's very sunny at the moment, so it's very difficult to see anything here. It's very shadowy and overexposed, but anyway, we'll do our best. So we were doing these little brackety things, which are finished now. Let's see if I can make this any better at focusing. I don't know. Is it this camera or is it just me? Anyway, there's the little bracket, or one of them I've made. See, I've filed out that little sausage in there, and also countersunk a little hole there. That's to fix it to this plate. And then I measured approximately, in a cowboyish sort of way, yeehaw, where they're going to go. One on this side, one on the other. But it was right where a big hole was that I'd cut for some wires to come through, similarly to this one here. So I've had to fill it up, both holes, one on each side, with some milliput, which has gone hard now overnight, and I've sanded it back, and it's great stuff because now you can machine it and screw into it. So I'm going to drill a little pilot hole and put one of those little 1/2-inch screws in there. So milliput, if nobody knows what it is, I'm sure all of you do really, it's a very useful thing. It's an epoxy putty. If I get the packet out here, there it is. And it's a good thing to have on your shelf because it gets you out of, it's a sort of get you out of jail ticket, if you like. You can do lots of things with it. As I say, it can be machined, and it comes in 2 parts, 2 different colours, and then you, they're like, oh, here, I'll talk to you. They're like different colours of plasticine. I guess a similar sort of thing to like araldite is a 2-part epoxy, so you've got a resin and a hardener. So you get equal amounts of each, a little bit of each colour plasticine type material, and you just roll it together in your hands until it becomes one colour. In this case it's yellow because it's the standard milliput, and then you can make it into whatever shape you want, or in this case stick it in an owl, leave it overnight, and it goes hard, and then you can do what you want with it. So here's a ball what I made with what I had over. I usually do this, and you never know, you know, you can file this down if you need a little cube or something, who knows. Anyway, it's very handy stuff, milliput. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to put some pilot holes around there, fix these fellas to it, and then hopefully we're going to fix these servo mounts to that, and it'll be slightly adjustable. Let's have a go. Okay guys, right, so what I've done is I've put these here little fellas right there, see? I'll tell you, I've had a hell of a job. Yeah, bit of a hell of a job there. This particular bracket wasn't quite square, Captain Square, so I had to bend it about a bit to get it in better shape, because this bit was lifting up, but now it's okay. So I'll just show you how this contraption works. Now you can see I can move it and slightly adjust it when I'm setting up these front bits here, so I can get it as square as I can with these debris, so I can sort of move it closer. I can't do it with one hand, I'm afraid, but I've got a little bit of adjustment. It's rubbish, I can't do it. But what I've got to do now, because these servos that I've mounted on the new ones, they're a slightly different size, so I need to make new actuators because the holes are in slightly the wrong place. So I'm going to do that now. Alright then. Okay, here we are again. Happy as can be. All good pals in jolly good company. Right, we're on. Oh, hang on a minute. I've been doing a load of things, and I thought, I know you can't see me. Anyway, I'm carrying on. I've attached. Oops, a daisy. Come on, dude. I don't want to be doing this. Everybody else on bank holiday has a nice time. Here I am, like Cinderella. Oh, knickers. Sugar my nuts. Oh, sorry, naughty words. Can you see this? Can you see this? Is this interesting or not? I hope so. I'm trying to chart a progress, really. And also, I mean, I'm tinkering around in the shed here, and you might think, what's this got to do with theatre? Well, I think it's got everything to do with theatre. That's not bad, actually. Oh, perhaps it was me. That's okay. That's fine. Theatre is about rhythm, space and action, if you have to boil it down to things. And I'm not talking about acting or anything like that. I'm talking about the whole holistic practice. Everything. Rhythm, space and action. If you're an actor and you're playing an angry scene, or if you like, you move and you think within a certain rhythm, space and action. Depends how you're responding to your space, including other people, objects and what have you. So everything on stage is rhythm, space and action. So everything that we create is some form of interactive presence. I mean, I would call that character, but I'm reticent to say character because, well, in certain postmodern performance practices, there is a question of, or the question of character comes directly into contention. Here, I'm getting all serious here. I don't know. But let's talk about presence. So everything has an active presence, and all active presence works, I would argue, through rhythm, space and action. Right, I'm going to shut up on that at the moment. I've gone all serious on your F, all conceptual, innit? Anyway, I'm going to do that. I'm going to lock that off there. And incidentally, tell me in the comments what you want to hear, what you want to see. Maybe you want to hear a bit of theatre theory from my distracted globe. Maybe you do. Ah, now that's interesting. That is there, and that one is slightly off. So I have the option of making another hole, but I think I'm not going to, for this prototype, everything's in the wrong place, so we're just going to go with that, yeah? Just going to go with that, alright? Yeah, that's it. Now, where's my pencil? Yeah. Don't you go digging your nails in like you did last night. Great big wheels they are. Down my back. She's had 3 husbands. All dead. And I've got a pretty good idea what they died of and all. The thing about Ruby is, when you hold her in your arms, you can tell she's got a whole lifetime's worth of experience behind her. I find I'm going in for girls like that, more like that these days. A little bit of Alfie for you there. God, you know, I went for an audition for Alfie once. Not for the Alfie part. But I always loved that scene. Yeah. Yeah, don't you go digging your... I'm doing Michael Caine in his workshop, really. Oh dear, actors pretending to be actors, pretending to be characters. It's fun, isn't it? Yeah, don't you go digging your nails in like what you did last night. Right, I'm just trying to place an owl. I can't see the darned thing. Ah, there we are. Right, I can now. There it is. I need to do that in order. Some sherbet. Oh, I'm going nuts. Right, there we are. Right, just let me get this done, and then I will probably stop because it's getting far too silly. Quite agree, getting too silly. Right, let's just put a line in there, darling. There. That would put that, well, they're both slightly in. Yeah. If they were nice, they'd be there. But I can't do that, so they'll have to be slightly in. I hate imprecision. But this is all about imprecision. But I've got to keep reminding myself it's all about proof of concept. It's not about a finished thing. I'm really challenging myself to work with these things that I'm not familiar with. I mean, I don't know about electronics and computers and things, really. But there we are. Okay, I'm going to turn you off now, and I'm going to drill some holes in this, get those fixed on there with me rods and split pins. Oh yes, and I think I'm just going to attach the other servo. I might bring you back for that. Okay, cheerio. Not really, I'm back. No, I'm going now. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. You hang up. You hang up. You hang up. Oliver Cromwell, Lord Protector. Oh, there we are. You're on. Good. Just showing you quickly. I'm going to put this servo on the bottom. There's just shadows everywhere, dude. On this little mount I made, so while you can see it, you see there's a little hole down there, little mouse hole that I chiseled out. That's where this goes. It goes through there, through the mouse hole, and a bit of velcro on the bottom, a bit of velcro on the bottom of the servo, a bit of velcro each side of the servo to hold batteries, and some screw holes on the top so the servo gets screwed down. That's where we are. I will show you the whole thing mounted again when I finished. Okay, bye. Hey, look at this. After all that reassembly, look, all these screws are over. Just like an IKEA cabinet or something. There's always screws left over. Oh well, never mind. I suppose we did change it round a bit. Right, hello again. You want to go down here now, and then up here, and on the bench. So there we are. We've reassembled it all. Bottom servo, top servos. Bottom servo, top servo. Bottom. Oh right, that's enough of that. So it is what it is at the moment. I don't know if it'll work after those horrible sounds that the servo's made. I have no idea what that is. It must be the gear in some sort of way, but they're brand new, these things. They're brand new. I mean, they're dirt cheap. But I mean, even so, I don't know. So, spare head one can go on. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. It's hard. That's the magnet clicking in. Tell you what, I'll just put this down for a sec, and then I'll bring things to a close. It's one of those days today, man, I tell you. Right, there we are. Right, now sparehead one, come on. At least you can give me an easy ride today, surely. Right, that can go in there, the other side goes in there. Are you ready, Phlox? Are you going? Come on, mate. Oh dear. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute, okay? We're having a bit of a family dispute here. Now, come on. What's happening? This has got to go in. Right, okay. Tony Stark never had these problems. Come on. Right, are you in place now? No, you're not. Something's amiss. I don't know what it is. It's just it's just not working today. I don't know why. I'll have to edit this. Why aren't you going on, you big pain in the backside? What is your problem, mate? Come on before. Crikey. Let's try this side on first then. Something's not going on. Why are you going on? Something's not right. Something's not right. Now don't do it again! Right. Sorry about that little intermission. Here we go. There he is. There he is. Sparehead one. On his little neck. There he is. But he's not moving. So anyway, I'm going to leave it for there today. And see what happens next time. Next time on Subshed. Here we are in the office, and there's our little contraption. Now, the last time when we were in the shed, there were some nasty noises coming from these here servos. And subsequently, I have taken them to bits and had a look at them. This one was okay. It's connected up to the remote controls at the moment. This one's okay. This one here, the gears, one of the little gears had been chewed up a bit, and also the bottom one is missing a few teeth. So I managed to salvage some parts from the previous servo that I broke and replaced the knackered gear in this one here. This one down here works okay for now, but eventually that will be replaced. I have sourced and ordered some replacement gears, but it's okay for now. So I thought I would just connect it up to the old remote control stuff, the 1970s stuff, and there's the doodah, and see if we can get it to work. So right, I'm going to try and do this, and there's a lot of servo jitter, but let's see. Right, so it should be able to, I should have put this on a tripod. We can go, can I, oh, I haven't thought this through. Oh, come on. Right, can you see it enough? Ow, clop. Right, that's enough. That will do. So, let's see. In a very rudimentary way, I can look down, can nod the head, and I can look up, like that. Okay, and as before, I can sort of canter to one side, and I can do that. And now I can also move. Oh no. Right, shall we try that again? Ah, there we are, right. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, hopefully I can now move it that way and that way, and also move things all over the shop. So there we are.
That's all I wanted to show you. Oh God, is it worth it? Ah! Oh dear, oh dear. I am Davros. I am the creator of the Daleks.
Whoa. Sab Shed. Sab's Shed.